In this short video, we're going to look at how to install a MiKTeX installation and also install a document processor on Windows. To start with, I'll do a search on how to install MiKTeX on Windows. If you look at the very first search result, you'll see that it's the MiKTeX.org website. That's probably the best place to go. MiKTeX is available for a variety of different computer systems. Right now I'm thinking about Windows. On the MiKTeX page, we will then go to the download page. Basic MiKTeX 22.10 x64.exe. Now, this is just the installer that we're downloading. We will accept conditions. For experimentation purposes, I'm going to install MiKTeX so that only this one particular user on this PC will have it installed. This will help separate it out from other things that I might be experimenting with. So we're going to stick with that selection here. We have to have a place that MiKTeX will be installed into. I'm just going to go with the defaults on everything. As you can see, this is going to take a little while. This is a basic tech installation. When we install the document processor, it's going to want to download and install some other stuff, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Then, next. On a previous go-around of trying to make this video, when I checked on check for updates now, it sort of went into a circle. So I'm going to try again, but I'm not going to be surprised if something goes sideways here. If so, we'll get around to this shortly. I'm a little uncertain about whether I should close this window or not. Let's have a look at the Task Manager. MiKTeX setup is not doing anything in terms of CPU usage. I'm going to make a guess and close this window. Now, to see if the program's actually been installed, I'm going to run a command window. Wait a minute. There we go. Update now. So we'll close that. Now, I've opened a command window. One of many programs that should have been installed is a program called PDF LaTeX. I want to see if it's there or not. It is, so I'm happy about that. I'm not happy about the fact that we would have to do everything in a very old school way if we wanted to use what we've installed so far. So I'm going to break out of this program by typing Control-C. It says major issue. So far I haven't checked for MiKTeX updates, but in fact I have. So I'm going to completely ignore that. So we're going to go to the lyx.org download page. We have a variety of different computer types and different software types. We're going to get the Windows installer, the 64-bit version. Then I'm going to run the installer. Yes. Next. Agree. I want to install this just for me. So in case I mess something up, no one else will be messed up. No other user. Go with the default. Go with the default here as well. Go with the default. And then wait a while. Now, on a previous trial run installation of this, I was told at some point that packages were missing. And I was told to install it if I want, which I do. There's an issue though. There's about 500,000 of these things to do, and if I do it as it stands right now, I'm going to have to click on install for each one of them. So turn off always show this dialog, and then install. To make sure that it's actually doing something, I'll click on show details. There we go. So after letting it install all that stuff, I'm just going to click on finish, close out all the various windows I've got going, and here's what we're going to do. I now have a shortcut on my desktop. If I didn't, I can get to it from this. I'm going to fire this program up. One of the things this was designed to do was to write mathematical and technical documents. So there are some toolbars that I'll probably want to enable. First things first, I'm going to have a new document. I'm going to turn some of the toolbars on. Math. So now you see at the bottom I have some math symbols. Math panels. This includes a lot of things involving special symbols, spacing, other things we'll talk about. Other toolbars. There's a wide variety of things that you can do here. Functions, roots. One particular thing will be useful if I'm doing Calculus 3 will be arrows, so I'll turn the arrow toolbar on. Of course, if you turn too many of these on, it takes up too much of the space on your screen. So let's see if there's anything else that I really want. If I decide later that I want some more of these things active, I can just go in and turn them on. So I'll just leave things like this for now. I want to make a very small document. To start with, it's only going to be a few sentences. So I'll go to this selector. I'll give it a title. I'll call it Fake Homework Number 1. If I felt like it, I could put my name on it by going to author. So I'll put that in. Then I'll just type a couple of sentences. I'm typing this on a laptop keyboard that isn't very good. So if I save this, it will be saved as a file with extension LYX. It's not in any kind of format that a person could, say, send to a printer or anything. If you go up to Document, One of the choices is View PDF. The first time you do that, it doesn't quite know what to do with it if you don't have a PDF viewer installed. So it took a moment, but we'll just say, for right now, just use the web browser. This is fake homework number 1. It's got my name on it. It put the date at which I created the document, and it has the 2 sentences that I typed in. If I wanted to, I could save this PDF file and then print it from there. The PDF file is not the LYX file, though. I want to type an equation in just to make sure that this is working. Insert math, display formula. I said DS. I did Shift 6 to get the up arrow symbol. That means anything I type after that goes up into the exponent. If I were to continue typing right now, the stuff would go up into the exponent, which is not where I want it to be at. So after DS, up arrow, and 2, I'll type right cursor key, and that takes me down off the exponent. Equals G. I want to make some lowercase underscore type symbols on the G. I'm going to type Shift and the minus sign, which is the underscore character. I could do what I'm about to do several different ways. I happen to know that the LaTeX symbol for Greek letters is simply you put a backslash and the name of the letter. So backslash MU, backslash NU. Then I'm going to right arrow on the cursor key so that I'm no longer down in subscript position. DX, up arrow, backslash mu, DX, up arrow, backslash new. And I want to see what this looks like. For those of you who know about this kind of stuff, that's a thing that you talk about when you do relativity. Document. View as a PDF file. Control Shift plus. With very little effort, with minimal effort, now that I've got this installed, I can make equations that look like that, which are publication quality looking. These don't look amateurish or cartoonish or any such thing. When we have a new document, there are also a wide variety of templates that you can use that have various standardized formats. We can talk about that another time, though. I want to put in one more equation to illustrate what's going on here. This is the PDF file that I'm looking at. Terrible keyboard. I can get to the Insert menu by typing Alt-I. Then I can hit Enter on the math. I can go down one level with my cursor key and get a display formula. \lnx. Now I accidentally hit the right arrow key on the cursor pad. You'll notice that this is no longer outlined in red. I'm no longer in mathematics mode. If I kept typing stuff at this point, it would be ordinary text, which is not what I want. So on the line that I accidentally did that, I'll just back up with the left cursor key, and you see that the red outline is back on. I'm back in mathematics mode now. Equals. Integral sign. Integral from 1. Shift minus is underscore. I'll type the number 1. I'll type right cursor key to get out of the subscript mode. Shift 6. I'm going to integrate from 1 to x. I could put in what I'm about to put in two different ways, either through the toolbar or by using the LaTeX abbreviation. For now, I'll just go down here and click on the fraction. 1 divided by u. I'll go sideways to get out of fraction mode. du. So it says, in Calculus 1, the natural log is defined by ln x is the integral 1 over u du from u equal 1 to u equal x. Again, the takeaway thing, the important thing is this looks really good, which is what we want. We will talk more about this at a future time. For right now, what you need to do is to follow the directions to install MiKTeX and then install Lyx, being sure when it asks you to install extra stuff that you do not show the dialog every time. It would take forever. Anyway, I hope this is reasonable enough to understand. We'll talk more about this in the future.